welcome to Bachelorette Recap, a guy's review. It's week 6. It's your boy Dave Neal, stand-up comedian and host of the SAP podcast. As always, I take notes, read them back to you guys. No edits, no cuts. Let's get right into it. So, week 6, grown man group date, Chasen and Ed drama, oil wrestling date, Noah's story arc. You see what I did there? Very nice. And a revenue report. I'll tell you about all the nice, friendly donations I got this week. Who needs a stimulus plan? Mitch McConnell. I got Bachelor Nation catching my back. All right, so anyway, sponsored by Diet Dr. Pepper, as always. Group date, we start with the Grown Man Challenge. Ashley and Jared show up. They got married last year in my hometown, Newport, Rhode Island. Wasn't invited. Didn't get the invite. Must have been lost in the mail. One guy will be crowned a grown man. One will be crowned a man-child. What's the knock on man-child? What's up with that? Calling someone a man-child is offensive to children. What's wrong with being a child? Maybe I want to relive my youth with a Nerf gun, a Blockbuster membership with unlimited rentals, and some Surge energy drink, okay? Maybe I want to go hang out with my buddies on a Friday night playing GoldenEye. You got a problem with that? By the way, this week, two of the Bachelorette Livestream listeners celebrated their 21st birthday, so cheers to you, two 21-year-old ladies. Makes me feel really old. I'm 35. I woke up sore because I had a slice of apple pie last night, so enjoy your youth. I'll be reminiscing about Nerf guns and Blockbuster. Bennett's Harvard degree doesn't include basic arithmetic. We find that out, or spelling. Nobody mentioned, you see how Ed spells limousine behind Bennett? It looks like a pasta dish at an Italian restaurant. Limousine con Alfredo. Boy, Bennett's old. He's 36. He's old. Nobody's remembering the Pythagorean theorem once you graduate, all right? You know, bad luck for whoever's letting Bennett manage their wealth. Bennett is a wealth manager, and he doesn't know basic math. This cannot bode well for whoever has their money with him. Bennett was on the PUP list in the NFL, the PUP list, physically unable to perform. He couldn't take part in the physical activities. Hopefully he recovers in time for the fantasy suite, okay? We don't want to be on the PUP list when it comes to doggy style. Moving on. So special shout out to Ashley I for letting loose. She's married, no longer on the market. Eat a couple donuts, Ashley. Enjoy it. And hey, look, at least she didn't cry this episode, so she's making progress. We can all, grow up. A Man-Child of the Evening award goes to Ed. Bennett got the Grown Man award. Fake news. Recount the vote. Fraud. How did Bennett win? Bennett literally couldn't spell limousine. He couldn't add basic math, and he gets the Grown Man award. It tells you that's the white man privilege we're talking about. You know what that is? That's more than white guy privilege. That's nice jawline privilege that Bennett has. He literally can't do math, and he has a degree from Harvard. And I'm not mad at it. I'd hang out with him. Chasen's actually upset that Bennett won. Look, it's week 6. People start to lose their mind. You can tell that Chasen's not getting enough sleep. You can tell he's a little dehydrated. The desert's getting to him. He's not doing well. All right, we have a cocktail party. I've actually lost all respect for Chasen. Okay, so he called Bennett cringy. I don't like anyone who uses the term cringy unless you're a 15-year-old girl, okay? Cringy is so overused, and I have been called cringy so many times on the internet. Cringy is like, we need to take back the word cringy, Anyway, Bennett asks, I'll tell you when something's cringy, all right? If I use the word cringy, it really means like cringy. If you see something cringy, you have to be like, oh no, like watching a guy strike out at a bar when he's trying to hit on a girl, like that's cringy. Bennett wearing a bathrobe to a cocktail party, not cringy. Doesn't cringy to me. Bennett asks to grab Tayshia, then Chasen swoops in. Oh boy, we've got a problem here. Swooping always has consequences. There's never been a swoop that hasn't come back to bite you in the bun. You never want to be a swooper, okay? You don't want to be known as a guy who swoops. Just telling you that right now. All this chatter over who is the real grown man, and we've got Ben making all the right moves. Army vet, graduated West Point, great hair. He's a contender, all right? Moving along, Tayshia kisses Ben. This is funny. Tayshia kisses Ben, and then she says, "You're trouble." Listen, guys, if a lady ever says you're trouble, you're heading straight to the fantasy suite. Let me tell you that, all right? They always say it like there's some dame from the 1950s. Like, you're trouble. It's just a passive way of saying, you're making me feel things I haven't said. You're making me feel things I haven't felt since before the war. Yeah, I should have edited that out, but whatever. It was a flat tire. Moving on. Ben's on a recon mission. Recon to Tayshia's bungalow. SEAL Team 6 Hours of Love. We're warming up, folks. We're warming up. And to the commenter who said, I'm getting a little too dirty this season, there's actually this unfollow button, unsubscribe. You can leave. We're getting dirty. This is what we're doing. There's a global pandemic. 250,000 Americans are dead, and you're worried that I'm pushing the boundaries with PG-13. Okay? We're doing all right. But I joke. Don't unsubscribe. I need every one of you I can get. When I get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm doing a 10-hour live stream. That's my gift to you guys. The gift nobody asked for. A 10-hour live stream. So hit the subscribe button and stay in touch. All right, Chasen and Bennett's beef continues. I feel like I'm a poet. Chasen and Bennett's beef continues. Chasen calls himself Wolverine. Listen, guys, rule number 1. You don't get to name yourself your nicknames. Even if all your boys in college called you Wolverine, you don't get to just, do the Wakanda Forever sign and say that you're Wolverine. What is that? Chasen tells Ed he has chicken legs. Look, Ed's trying to support his fake baby, okay? He's trying to support his fake baby on fake child support. Don't make fun of his legs. Never make fun of a grown man's legs. By the way, Ed didn't look like he had chicken legs, you got to really, own the chicken legs if you have them. Ed's all pissed. He's like, somebody hold my baby. I got a baby in my hand, bro. I got to cluck this guy's feathers up now. He should just go full chicken. Ed plays the baby card perfectly, didn't he? His punishment, of course, is to hold the baby all night. He parlays it perfectly. He goes, no. He goes to Tayshia, no, this is great. I want a family. That's why I'm here, to settle down. I'd be happy to hold a baby. His slip-up, though, this is Ed's slip-up, is name-dropping Chasen. This never looks good. By the way, does Ed look like a cartoon character? Ed looks like if you asked a sketch artist to draw a hipster guy, a hipster Italian. That's what Ed looks like. Like, give me a strong Italian guy, but a hipster. Ed's like, I got it. You like that dead air? Ed tells Tayshia he used the same adjectives to Tayshia as he did to Clare. Okay, this is where we're getting into semantics, folks. We're getting into some semantics here if we're talking about using the adjectives. We could never play this card before because we never had a variable to test against if we want to make this scientific. It used to be like you just went after Clare, you used whatever you could. You threw the kitchen sink at her, you complimented her, this and that. Then all of a sudden Tayshia comes along, you're using the same compliments. You're like, your eyes are but a gift from the angels. It's like you just said that to the other girl. It's like, well, that's all I learned. You know what I mean? You learn what you learn. You got your toolbox, and you're just trying to use it to get screwed. Hammered. Moving on. Lay the pipe. Okay, plumbers. Crack. Show someone. Ed tells Tayshia. Okay, so maybe he doesn't know many adjectives. Okay, maybe Chasen's just not the smartest, crayon in the toolbox or whatever. He doesn't know too many adjectives, but neither does our president. Trump's got tremendous vocabulary. Everything's just tremendous. Trump's got like 3 adjectives. Chasen looks like a Trump supporter. And if you are, you can still subscribe, but he's leaving us soon. Coming back 2024. Tremendous. Frauds. None of it's real. Okay. Guys are arguing. One dude sees Tayshia is coming. How funny is this? The guys are like trying their best to be on their, best behavior. They're all like quarreling. So like when Tayshia comes up to like, dude, shh, she's coming. Dude, she's coming. It's like when your teachers come like late for class and you got a guy who's like a lookout who's like, you ever have that in like, you're like in 5th grade, like your teacher's nowhere to be seen. You're like, I think our teacher's supposed to be here. I think she's having a meltdown in the bathroom. So you got that one dude who's like in the hallway, like looking to be like, is she coming? It's like, oh, Miss Tayshia's coming. Miss Tayshia's coming. He's like, and then she's walking. He's like, Tayshia's coming. She's sitting behind me. Is she here? Is she coming? Okay, let's stop talking about politics or whatever they're talking about, because that's guys. Guys will act a certain way when they're alone. And then when they're trying to get laid, they're going to change the conversation because no one's trying to, talk about the flat earth when you're trying to get some nookie, unless she's a conspiracy theorist. But women have never, ever believed in the flat earth. That's a single man's game. You know what I mean? And let's leave a comment out there, ladies. Anyone believe in flat earth out there? Okay, Ivan gets the group date rose. Who's Ivan? Where did he come from? They just brought in Ivan. I guess he came last episode. He's an aeronautical engineer. I guess his kissing is out of this world. Hello? Okay, rose ceremony. There's still 19 guys. This season is like the pandemic. The numbers are supposed to be going down this far into the year, but they keep growing. That's the problem. You know, we're around the corner, and the next, 15 more guys. It's like, are we growing this thing? Anyway, you like that, guys? Global pandemic, and I tie it into The Bachelor. Underrated. My recaps are underrated, folks. Yeah, sure, someone's going to do it better. They're going to add graphics. They're going to edit it to sound perfect. I'm throwing a few flat tires at you, but I pride myself. No editing. I really just do that because it's more of like a lazy thing to do. But then I was like, you know what? I'll pride myself by the fact that I'm not doing any post-production. Yeah, you get a little bit. Chasen calls Tayshia a smoke show, synonymous with a hottie. Smoke show is a hottie. Same thing. Hot chick. Apparently that's not classy enough, though, because Kenny thought that was a slimy thing to say. And when you don't pass Kenny's barometer of charm, you done clucked up, okay? Even when Kenny's like, oh, I do declare that was the wrong word to use. You done clucked it. You clucked it. Cluck off. Even Bennett roasted him. He goes, you had all day to come up with an adjective and you only found a noun. Bah. But Bennett is the spirit animal of 2020, isn't he? Just the dumbest guy to ever graduate Harvard. We love him. Wouldn't this be funny if Bennett never graduated Harvard and this is the reason that we like blow his cover? He's just some con man, some Bernie Madoff guy, and the reason that we all find it out is because he doesn't know how to spell limousine. That'd be fun. We like Bennett. Hey, just because you can't spell doesn't mean you can't learn like quantum theory or whatever. Hate to defend Chasen, but Tayshia walked in and looked like a smoke show. So they're chasing is going, hey, she's a smoke show. And then what happens? She walks in. Even I watched the show with subtitles, and it said, Tayshia walks in looking like a smoke show. That's what it said. So what are you going to do? The problem here is, like, don't call her a smoke show. You're not with your boys. You're with other guys competing for her heart. So you got to call her a lovely dame or whatever. You call her a smoke show when you get your phone back and you text your buddies, oh, yeah, she was a real smoke show. Got to teach these people everything. You know what I mean? There's etiquette here, folks. Chasen says, I just want to focus on one thing, and that's Tayshia. Yeah, remember, not Claire, Tayshia. I'm surprised no guys have switched it up yet. My worst nightmare, having a little dyslexia. Next thing you know, you're trying to kiss Tayshia. You call her Claire. Hey, what do you know? It's day 3. We just met these people. Hey, what do you know? I get no respect here. Chasen tries to apologize to Ed. He won't really have it. And then Zach speaks for the whole world when he says, we couldn't care less. I literally was thinking that he stole that from my thought. I was like, we couldn't care less. Anyway, rose ceremony, no one of importance gets kicked off. Sorry if you did, but I don't remember you. Ed and Chasen stay, of course, prepping for the 2-in-1. You know there's going to be a 2-in-1 at like a water fountain. They're running out of like places at La Quinta. There's nowhere left to go on a date. So like this week's date, we're going to the La Quinta pool storage room. This is where we blow up the pool floats. Blow something else up. Flotation devices. Limousine. I'd eat some limousine. Put some garlic sauce on some limousine. Oh, yeah. Okay, no more fighting, guys. Let's have no more fighting. Let's just do a casual group date with oil wrestling. Okay, that's it. Poor Joe. Don't you feel bad for Joe? Good-looking guy, Korean dude, got a cushy gig as an anesthesiologist. Now he's got to compete against some former pro athletes. Where did Joe go wrong? Poor guy. He tried his best. It's funny, though, when Joe is like the geek and he's still ripped. You know what I mean? Chasen stinks at trash talk. They're all doing trash talk. How bad was Chasen's trash talk? You're either good at trash talk. Like, I'm not good at trash talking. I try to let my recaps speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? But Chasen, he's like, Ed, when I'm done with you, your mom's going to need to pick you up because you're going to be so tired. And if she can't come to get you, you're going to have to take an Uber home. And I hope that it's surge pricing. Like, put some heart into it, Tayshia dabbles in oil paintings. Well, we figured that out. Tayshia loves to paint, apparently. Channeling her inner Bob Ross. Painting some happy pectorals just right after. Really loved that. Boy, wouldn't you love to see this reversed? The Bachelor, some dude just painting oil onto chicks. They won't have that. They won't have that. I get it. I understand. The worlds are different. Tayshia looked annoyed that the event was legit wrestling. At first she was like, oh, geez, come on. I'm trying to get to know these guys. Now I'm going to have to deal with, a medic getting in the way. A little bummed that Ben couldn't take down the surfing Chase Crawford. Here's the thing, though. Didn't Ben I've read that he left the military because of an injury. So I wonder if he even, I don't know, who knows? Who knows what happened? Chasen had good form. You got to give him credit. He had good form. You can't knock don't hate the player, hate the game. Chasen versus Ed. Ed tells Chris Harrison he has dislocated shoulders. Chris says, you're built like a brick outhouse. Chris is the mob boss. You cross him, just find somebody else. I was really pissed off at Chris, though. It's like, really, Chris? These guys sign up to go on a dating show. They get vulnerable, and you just want to grease them up and create drama. Like, I get it as a consumer, but it's like, Chris, you should have to go in there and fight everyone, too. I want to see Chris and Wells go at it. Chris would win. No one's going to let Chris lose. Everyone's just going to fall down. You know what I mean? Oh, boy. But seriously, Chris Harrison, come on. And by the way, Ed's 36. Like I said, I'm 35. I don't care how strong he looks. Just tying your shoes in the morning can hurt. You got to stretch nonstop. Smartest decision Ed ever made. And yeah, sure, it looks kind of like weak or whatever, but hey, that's on you. That's toxic masculinity. If Ed doesn't want to have to compete physically against another man in oil wrestling, then so be it. You know what I mean? Let this Brooklyn hipster just live his life. Just feed him some feed him some limousine and that carbo load a little bit. Anyone else craving some limousine right now? Hey, Nikki over there, you got a Italian restaurant there in San Diego. Cook us up some limousine. Chris asks if anyone wants to fight for Tayshia's heart. Then Noah just jumps the fence like he's Colton tracking his ex. Right? Just jumps the fence like he's trying to get free health care in Canada. Right? Ed created a power vacuum in the Bachelorette universe by refusing to fight, and now the butterfly effect is happening. Noah gets to join the group date. When one door closes, hop the fence like you're heading to British Columbia for affordable insulin. Hop the fence like it's free Cinnabons at Tim Hortons. Do any of these make sense? It's funny because normally we talk about hopping the fence as if we're Mexicans hopping the fence to the U.S., but the world is so dire that it's actually Americans hopping the fence to get free health care in Canada. I'd hop the fence just to see Justin Trudeau bathe. You know what I mean? Too much info. This is where we really heat up, folks. None of this is written. Tayshia tells Noah she wonders what he would look like without his mustache. That's a nice way for saying let's not keep that. Oh, I wonder. It looks good, but I wonder what it wouldn't look like if you didn't have that. You know what I mean? I'd love to respond with like, Tayshia, I wonder what you would look like without a shirt on. It's not like I don't like it. It's just I wonder what it would look like. The guys are pissed that Tayshia and Noah are spending so much time together. She's shaving his stash. This is important business. It's so smart for Noah, by the way, to start with a mustache. That's resistance training, because if he can win her over with a mustache, it's smooth sailing. It's like swimmers. They'll train for months without shaving their legs, and they won't shave their arms, nothing. And then all of a sudden, the day of the meet, they're waxing their eyebrows like they're an Egyptian prince, and they're just ready to go, and they're like a bat out of hell. That's what's going on with Noah. Moving on. So Ben was planning to be the last person to chat with her, but she says, Ben, the night's over. Yikes, abort mission. Poor Ben. Feel bad for him. Insult to injury, she gives the rose to Noah, who wasn't even on the date, but hey, shoot or shoot. Took his opportunity and he ran with it. Brendan says Brendan says to pull off the mustache, you have to be hilarious and a solid dude. None of these guys have a right to be mad at Noah. It's all fair. It's all fair in love and war or whatever. All right, okay, revenue report. Let's get into it. So the revenue report, we're picking back up. Everything slowed down after the election. Week 3 was the biggest recap week ever. I made $100 in revenue, this and that. Week 4 was slow, but we got a $100 donation and some other donations. Amazing. This week's revenue report, we're starting to pick back up. This was last week's, week 5, 4,700 views, 775 watch hours, 45 new subscribers, and $40 in revenue. Amazing. The donations, guys, in order. Chris, stepping up for Team Men, gave a $15 donation. He said, I too am a dude who's probably too much so obsessed with the Bachelor franchise. Happy I found your channel. Thanks for the good jokes and vibes. Chris, Shanti, thank you so much. Ladies in the house, Brittany steps up with a $50 donation. She says, thanks for some humor and laughter. Maybe this will be enough for you to order some takeout for a nice date with Tasha. That's amazing, Brittany. Thank you so much. I appreciate anyone who wants to get us Chinese food. We appreciate you. And then Jeremy steps it up on the Cash App, donates $20, and he says, for the sexy time advice. If you weren't there for the live stream, I was offering some dating advice to Jeremy. He doesn't need it. He's with a fabulous girl named Nikki. Thank you guys so much for watching, Jeremy and Nikki, and for everyone else who's been watching. The live streams have been hilarious, okay? I do them Monday and Wednesday. Monday and Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, and then you can watch them after if you don't catch it live. But if you watch it live, you can call the voicemail. I play your voicemails. I chat with you guys. We talk Bachelor drama, but really it's just a chance for us to all hang out. I'm going to be doing extended live streams during the Christmas season. And anyway, you guys have been a blast. Thank you so much for being there for me. Like I said, who needs Mitch McConnell? I got you guys, right? We're hanging out. We're doing it. We're fine. But thank you so much. Subscribe, leave a comment, share it with your friends, post it in your Bachelor communities. Appreciate all the love. Bye, everybody.